All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to begin our look at the Cartesian plane. This is also known as the rectangular coordinate system. Get the nasty name out of the way because it's really quite easy. Well, the Cartesian plane is made up of two number lines that cross at 90 degrees, which means it makes a perfect corner, right? You've seen 90 degrees at some point, right? It's called a what kind of angle? Right angle. There you are. We have a number line that travels right and left.
Wait, not this.
And does anyone remember the name? This is the xaxis. There you go. Then we have one that travels up and down, and it is called the what? Y-axis. Excellent. X and Y. They're just because those are the most common variables that we use. So we usually use X and Y. Okay? Now, there is a point where they cross right in the center, and that is where they both equal what number, you think? 0. They both equal 0 at that point. And we'll give the coordinates for it in just a moment. Don't worry about that. But they both equal 0. Okay?
That's what my dad knows.
It's a math thing. That way you don't confuse it with a 2. Okay?
It's hard to confuse.
So you know it's a Z and not a 2. All right. Okay. So then if that's a Z, then that's going to become said. This is going to become dead. All right, here we go. Shh, guys, come on. Okay, so they're both equal 0 at that point. All right? So we have not one, but what? How many number lines? 2. Notice that the x-axis travels horizontally. In other words, it goes either right or what? Or left. And if it's going to the right, that means it's positive. If it's going above 0, to the left, it's going below 0, which makes it what? Negative. Now, the same thing happens whether you're going up or down. If you're going on the y-axis, if you go up, it is what?
Positive.
And if you go down, it is negative. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So those signs correspond to the direction of travel. Okay? So your x value tells you to go right if it's positive, or left if what? Your number is negative. Your value is negative. Good. How easy is that? Think about a number line. You've dealt with number lines your whole life, right? Learned how to count with one probably. Yes, we are. Your y value tells you to go up if it's what? Positive. All right, what happened? Huh. My pencil died. Done. Okay. So the signs of the values tell you which direction to go, but we also need to know which number line we're using first and which one we're using second. And that is always fixed. Okay? We're going to use what are called ordered pairs, also known as coordinates. I don't care which one you use, but for some of you, it might make sense to think of them as ordered pairs because order implies that they always come in exactly the same order, right? And pairs means that there must be what? 2 of them, yeah? And the ordered pairs are always in the form of x, comma, y. So which letter always comes first no matter what? The x. Okay, exactly. It's an alphabetical order. And the y always second. And if you remember the x-axis, you're going either what? Right or left. The y-axis tells you you're going either up or down, depending on the signs. It's good? All right. Okay. Now I want you to notice the notation. There's an x value and there's a they're separated by a comma because it's like a list, and also they're always enclosed in brackets. Okay? Oh, that's so hard for me. Okay? That's a parentheses. Brackets are the square ones, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's okay. What do you call the square ones?
Nothing. They're all brackets.
They're all brackets.
You got a square bracket.
Okay. You need a special word for z so that you don't confuse it with the rest of the world. But they're all brackets. You only have one word for all three of those things?
You say square brackets, normal brackets.
Squiggly ones?
Chips and chips.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to answer that.
So what I want to do is, guys, come on. So I want to do a few little examples just to practice. And all I want you to tell me is which direction you're going to be going. So all I'm going to do is put some ordered pairs with just signs. Only signs. Okay? So say, for example, we have a positive, then a negative. What does that mean you're going to be doing? Right? Then what? Down. Okay? No, because you remember it's X first, and X is always either right or left. Yeah? Okay? How about negative, negative? Left and then down. Not over then down, right? So be careful. Left and down. Lots of people say over. Okay? You guys are perfect, so y'all don't, but come on. All right. How about this one? Left and up. There you go. Good. How about this one? Right and up. Notice the patterns. Okay?
Do I have to write?
And so, no, well, it can't hurt you. All right, so the patterns, it's just the signs. So if you notice that, if you're going to be up here, the only way to get there is to go right and what? Up. So that means they're both what? Positive. If you're going to be over here, we have to go what? Left, then up. So the pattern is always negative, positive. It's not necessary that you memorize these. It's a lot more important that you know which direction the signs tell you, but just to show you. All right? If you're going to be down here, you have to go what? Left, then down. Excellent. If you're going to be over here, you had to go what?
Right.
So what's that look like?
Positive, negative.
Positive, negative. Good. Okay. In this circle. If I was going to be in this circle, I have to go positive, then negative. Okay? All right. Now, so the next part of this is we need to talk about what does this mean to us when we're actually plotting real coordinates or ordered pairs. Because our ordered pairs are going to have numbers as well as signs. So we already know the signs are going to tell us which direction to move. The numbers are going to tell us how much to move or how far to move. Okay? If I tell you, let's say we're downtown somewhere where there are nice square blocks. So that leaves out Wellington. So, and I want you to go 3 blocks to the right. Right? So you would just count out 3 blocks. And then would you come back? And then I was going to tell you from there, I want you to go 2 blocks to the north or something. Now, so north is up or down. North is up and down, right? So anyway, so guys, would you walk back 3 blocks, then walk 2 blocks to get there? No. From that point, you would then carry on the rest of the way. And that's the way ordered pairs work. For an ordered pair or a coordinate, whatever you like to use, I don't care. You're always going to do the x value. Then from that point, do the y value. Do not go back to the origin, okay, to start these. But we do always start at the origin. Now let's go back to our graph and we'll talk about the origin now. Okay? This point, okay, I'll go back to it. This point where they both equal 0 is called the origin. And if something is the origin, that's another word for origin is the original or the beginning, right? So that's the beginning of everything is right there. Yeah? The origin. And at the origin, they both equal what? So the ordered pair for the origin is 0, 0. That means go right or left, how many?
0.
None, right? Yeah. Up or down, how many? None. So in other words, you're staying right there in the center.
Smack bang in the middle.
You betcha. Okay? All right. So always start at the origin. And which value are you going to count first? X value. So right or left. And which one next? Which is up or down. Okay? All right. Most of you have done quite a lot of this in your past, so it's okay.
It seems like this was the only thing my old school taught me. I know this, but I don't know anything else.
So let's just do a few examples. Say we have -2, 3. That's a horrible 2.
Wait, Mr. Sell?
Mm-hmm.
Do we always have to draw that plane by hand?
Well, sometimes it'll be given for you. Most of the time it'll be given for you. All right. Now, but you could draw it up by hand. It's no big deal. So -2, 3. So I'm going to graph this. So I'm going to start where?
On the left. No, yeah.
At the
Center origin.
the origin. Yeah, use the right words. And then my x value in this case is what? -2. That means go to the what? Left, how many units? Twice. And that's where my dot is, right? No. Why not? I've used the x value, but what do I still have to do? The y value. So I don't put a dot there. That's just a resting place. And then what's my y value? 3, which means go where? Up how many units? Up 3 units. So it's going to be right there. And that is the point -2, 3. And that's where you put your dot. You don't put a dot as you go everywhere you land, right? You're not there anymore, yeah? You put a dot where you finish, not where you've been. Nobody cares where you've been. We care where you are, right?
Her hairband snapped.
Does anyone else do
Wonderful thing. So, come on. All right, here we go. So, say we have 3, -2. So what does that mean? Where do I begin? At the origin, right in the middle. My x value is what? Positive 3, which means go to the what?
Right.
To the right, how many units?
3.
3 units. Do I stop there?
No.
Nope. My y value is what?
You go
-2, so that's down 2, so that puts me right there.
Wait, how?
Positive 3 means to the right 3. -2 means go down 2.
Wait, what?
Right 3, down 2. We already did that one. Okay? All right, here we go, guys. -3, -2. Start where? Go where first? Left, how many units? 3 units. Then go what? Down how many units? 2. So that puts us right there. One last one. What do you think I'm going to put? There you go. Which means go where? Starting at the origin, go where? To the right 3. Then what? Up 2, which puts us right there. Okay? So that's 3, 2. Now notice that the numbers didn't change, but did they all land in the same spot? No. What changed? Yeah, the signs changed, which tells you the direction to go. Okay? All right, here you go. 0, -1. Start at the origin. Am I going right or left? How far? Right, what? 0 spaces, but then -1 is down 1. And so it's right there.
That always confused me when it was like 1 0.
Yeah. In other words, because it was 0, 1, I landed on one of the axes. So if any time one of your values is 0, you're going to land on one of the axes. Because you're either not going to go right or left, or you're not going to go what? Up or down, depending on the location. In this case, it landed on the what axis? The y-axis. And we knew that because x was 0. Right? How about this one? -1, 0. Where do I start?
In the origin.
At the origin, and I'm going to go where? How, right or left? How many? Left one, and then what?
That's it.
Then stay there. Yes, because the y value is 0, that means go up none. Okay? So in other words, I landed on the which axis? X-axis. And I knew that would happen because y was 0. Geniuses. Loving it. Okay? Alrighty. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a little, we're going to go to Education Perfect and we're going to work some together. So that's our lesson.